Okay, happy Wednesday, you guys. Welcome to WiMM Wednesdays here at B-Side. Yeah, we're so excited to be back here for another great show. And everybody that's out there, this is Women in Memphis Music. We are a showcase that happens the last Wednesday of every month here at B-Side, and we focus and highlight the fabulous women that are here in the Memphis music scene. Tonight, I will be your host. I am Miss Stefani. We have some fabulous artists. Tonight, we have Madaline Collins and Screamer here. And I am very, very honored to introduce our first band this evening. So just as a little side note, when I first got down here, actually not even down here as in permanent, as in I was displaced here during the pandemic, some fellow New Yorkers were some of the first people I met, and the first people to invite me as a singer up onto share the stage with them. So I'm super grateful for that. And they were right. They said, you're gonna really like it down here. So I do. I love it. Here we are. So I'm gonna give you a little, yeah, right? Let's hear it for Memphis. Heck yeah. So a little background. We've Got Schorr here. She is a singer, songwriter, and guitar player who's been active here in the Memphis music scene for over 15 years. She has devoted most of her time playing alongside her husband, Richard James, as the bass guitar player and vocalist for Richard James and the Special Riders. She also has lent her support to other Memphis-based acts such as Devil Train, The Pistol and the Queen, the Memphis Sheiks, and the Grown Up Wrongs. Tonight, we get to hear her recent project, The Moon Glimmers, where she trades vocals and explores guitar textures with Richard in a more intimate way. So, without further ado, please put your hand together for Schorr and The Moon Glimmers.
Thank you, Stephanie. Very good.
Thank you so much, Miss Stephanie, for that wonderful little story. It's true. It really did happen. And no, for real. She came up here when we were doing Sunday nights during the pandemic, and it was just a wonderful atmosphere and stuff. I want to thank her, Miss Stephanie, also for inviting me to this, because doing it, with the Moon Glimmers, we're a duo where we usually have Rich singing and myself singing, but tonight it's just going to focus on my songs, which I wrote. And it's been a wonderful experience to go through my material. It's sort of like having dare I say, I don't have children, but it's almost like your songs are like your kids, and you kind of tucked them away and you haven't spoken to them for a while. So there's a couple songs that I pulled out from a while ago, and then there's some new songs which I've just written in the last couple months or so. So it's going to be an exciting experience for me to perform and hopefully for you to listen to. So we're going to start with an older one. This song is called Music Follows Her, all right? And I wrote it while we still lived in Nashville. So here we go. She has no one to rely on, has no shoulder to cry on. The music, it follows her. Well, she's well acquainted with sorrow. She knows no hope for tomorrow. The music, it follows her. She's not the kind to wait in line like a concubine. She's not the case of a pretty face you can wine and dine. But she has a mind you can think from, has a heart you can drink from. The music, it follows her. She paints a room with a blue sky. No need to follow the next guy. The music, it follows her. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Well, she'll plan her steps with precision, 'cause she's a child of decision. The music, it follows her. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But she's not the kind to wait in line like a concubine. She's not the case of a pretty face you can wine and dine. But she has a heart you can drink from, and has a mind you can think from. The music, it follows her. Well, she loves the song, not the singer, and takes all life has to bring her. The music, it follows her. All right, thanks, folks. All right, this song is about something that happened that wasn't very nice. And it's based on a true story. Pocket Full of Nothing. Is Marcus around? He probably is not, but he likes the song. Wherever you are, Marcus, this song's for you. Once upon a stormy night, I walked upon a grisly sight. I was standing in the corridor when I witnessed what I'd known before. All the lies, just like flies to my head. And the welcome was dead. I've got a pocket full of nothing. I've got a pocket full of nothing in my hands. In my hands. I deal in different currencies. There's a wide divide between you and me. I can't compete with your exchange. The pathway's lost and the tongue is strange. I was out of my mind, I was under a spell. My money's no good and my goods, they won't sell. I've got a pocket full of nothing. I've got a pocket full of nothing in my hands, in my hands, in my hands, in my hand. I've got a pocket full of nothing. I've got a pocket full of nothing in my hands, in my hands, in my hands. There's nothing more for me to say, so just turn our heads and walk away. But you know mercy watches from afar. She's my morning light and my evening star. Let her stand at me, too dark to see, let her shine. Let her shine. I've got a pocket full of nothing. I've got a pocket full of nothing in my hands, in my hands, in my hands, in my hands. I've got a pocket full of nothing. I've got a pocket full of nothing in my hands, in my hands, in my hands. Well, it's out of my hands. 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 Thank you. Everything sounding okay out there? All right. I'm going to use a capo, or what they call a cheater. Yeah.
Oh, on display.
All right. This song is a very recent song. A lot of my recent songs deal with technology and what we're wrestling with.
She's not singing to technology.
No, I'm not in love with technology.
She's
let's
not
just
like
say.
AI. I want to get high. No.
No. All right. So this song's called On Display. Does it matter? Why should I care if a moment shared between us just evaporates in air? It seems everything is retractable. Just hit repeat and play again. But do we savor the experience? Are we really present when we're on display? When we're on display, there are watchers always keeping score. Soft surveillance, just like a fly upon the wall. But we participate voluntarily, give the keys to our locked door. Is that wrong? Not necessarily, but we don't know what's in store when we're on display. When we're on display, it's like a snowflake, grains of sand upon the beach. You can reach for what is infinite, but it's still so out of reach. Only just beneath the surface, there's a river running deep. With every breath and every heartbeat, there are secrets ours to keep when we're on display. When we're on display. Thank you. All right, this next song is also about our present times. It's called Sleeping Giant. Sleeping giants sleep all day, wake when evening comes again. The sleeping giants sleep all day, rise in twilight's eerie head. Right him off, he's a hopeless sloth. No one knows the reason. Pass him by, just let him lie. Can't discern the season. And children jeer him as they play, poke and prod and then run away. Just a laugh, a chance to take, but can't imagine what's at stake. Write him off, he's a harmless sloth. No one knows the reason. Pass him by, just let him lie. No one knows the season. Sleeping giants sleep all day, wake when evening comes again. Sleeping giants sleep all day, rise in twilight's eerie head. Thank you. All right. This next song I wrote kind of dedicated to the Shelby Green Line. but also just all kinds of wildlife, not necessarily wildlife. It's called Wild Places. To go to wild places, down long dusty roads with well-worn faces. Wherever you go, that's where you'll find yourself. And I like wild places. So draw me a map with unmarked spaces, unexplored territory where I can write my own story. There's nothing to gain by playing it safe, my friends. That's why I like wild places. Well, I roam wherever I roam till I find where I feel at home. But keep it rustic and overgrown, and that's just fine. I like the flavor gamey, not samey, hot and spicy, a little dicey. I'm prepared to face whatever it is that comes my way. I like my skies wide and open, where I can watch days begin and storms as they're rolling in. Wherever you go, that's where you find yourself. And I like wild places. Whatever it is that comes my way. Ooh, ooh, all right, thank you. Gotta love the Shelby Green Line and Shelby Forest. All right. This is a little older song. Yes. Yeah, this song's called I Want It All, and it's not quite what it's trying to say. Yeah, it is. Okay. It's kind of about playing music, really. Believe it or not, and this is called I Want It All. You say you made some time for me. You say that there's a moment free. You say that there's a peace for But that's not nearly enough. That's not nearly be templed in. And you say that I'm your trusted friend, but you only take me on to the end. Oh, but that's not nearly enough. That's not nearly enough. I want it all. Everything finds a way to get done in your busy day. You got food to eat, you got a place to stay. What else do you need? I want all of your heart and all of your life, all of your love and all of your time, all your emotion and all your devotion. Give me everything that you got. Give me everything that you not. I want it all. You say you made a sacrifice, but I say you don't have your story right. You only want me at the end of the night. Oh no, that's not nearly enough. That's not nearly enough. I want it all. That's not nearly enough. That's not nearly enough. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. All right. Stephanie, how are we doing on time? Do we have time for one more? Okay, we're going to do one more. What will it be? Ooh. Ooh. Do you guys want to hear? I don't know. Do you think we should do? Should we do a rocker? You want to hear a rocker? Okay, we're gonna do another rocker. All right. This song was inspired by Richard. A lot of times people talk about being having a love affair, and he wasn't directing it at me. But this song is called "Hate Affair" because it seems like people get wrapped up in a hate affair where they just love to hate somebody or something. And this is this song called "Hate Affair." All right. Ready? Well, I'm having a hate affair, and I'm romancing my despair. In my mind, I revile that SOB. He was wrong for what he done to me. If he says this, well, I say that it's an endless loop, a vicious trap. Break it off. Well, it's a hate affair, break it off. Well, it's a hate affair, it's an endless loop and it goes nowhere, break it off. Oh, break it off. Well, it's a lonely passion play that I'm rehearsing day to day. In the midst of a love soliloquy, but it's set in the past, so I'll never be free. What he did was bad, there's hell to pay. I'm burned and broken, I'm not okay, but break it off. Break it off. It's a hate affair, very much. Thanks, everybody, for listening, sticking around. Thanks to Richard James, my husband. Pray for him. He's with me for the rest of his life.
Woo. Oh my God. All right, and Schorr and the Moon Glimmers, guys. Come on, give it up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sounded great. So now we're going to invite Ann to stay up here, and we're going to invite Madaline up. And we're going to get to know these artists just a little bit more. Yeah. Don't be nervous. Yeah, you could take that mic if it's on right there, for sure. Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, come on in.
Perfect. Come on in. So like I said, I love, like, it's great that we get to see all these fabulous artists perform, and, you know, we get to hear a little bit about their songs, but we never really get to hear what makes them tick, how they ended up here, and how, I mean, and if you're watching at home, there might be some younger people watching at home, or just people who are stuck, and you never know. Your answer could elicit something in them, and it gets them right back on the right track, you know? You never know. So the first question I always love to ask, how did you get into music? And anybody can go first.
Well, I'll just be quick. I think, quick analogy, it's like peeling the layers of an onion. You know, there are many things in my life that I enjoy. I enjoy cooking, I enjoy art. I used to be more of a visual artist. But there's a point where you just get to, as you peel certain layers off, you realize this is the thing that I love the most. And if you, one day we're all gonna die, and you wonder, what would I regret not pursuing? You know, if I get to the when I get to the very end, and that would be this, because I've grown up listening to music, loving songwriters, loving guitar sounds, and I knew that I would have to pursue it no matter what, because I would always regret it if I didn't.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I like that answer, and very much, kind of have the same sentiment, but I started singing in the shower when I was like 12, 13, just as you do, and realized I really wanted to do it around 14, 15, and that's when I started learning piano. And anybody who knows me knows I love Fiona Apple, and whenever I discovered her, it just cemented the fact that this is what I really want to do, and she just moved me in such a way that I had to do this. And started writing whenever I was 14, 15, and slowly started doing open mic nights around town and slowly performing. And then around 19, I actually took a job as a service advisor at Porsche, and it was really cool that they hired me there, but it was going to be a 60-hour-a-week kind of gig, and I decided music is what I wanted to pursue no matter what. And if I took this job, I would be miserable. So I've been focusing a lot more in the last couple years on
Good for you.
having this be my career.
Heck yeah. Thank God for being brave enough to even do that. That's a huge step. So now I've got questions that I'm going to ask them. So we'll do 3 questions. It's numbers 1 through 18, and you guys can each pick one.
It's going to be strange, but I'm going to pick 18. I just like that number. Yeah, 18.
There you go. All right. Any advice for someone who wants to pursue their own creative goals?
This was somebody else's advice, but I'm going to give it anyway. They say if there's 2 things that you want to pursue, what was it that they say that, like, the thing that if you have 2 things that you want to pursue, you should probably pick the other one and not music. No, seriously, meaning, like, if you can actually be settled doing that other thing besides music, then fine, do that. But if you know that it's just never going to leave you, that you will always be in unrest. I mean, sometimes I can't believe I'm doing this, but I always feel a sense that this is the right path. So I would say to anybody that's looking to pursue a career in music, it's got to be as serious as a heart attack. And I don't mean you have to be dour and sad, but you have to know that this is as real as anything else, and I can't turn it away. So I hope that makes some sense.
Oh, I like that. Do you want me to repeat it, or?
Do you want?
I'm talking to Madaline. Yeah. Same question.
Or it's like, what is it like? Do you want the same? Like, what's that? What is it? Let's make a deal. Do you want to?
Oh, let's make. Do you want the next one, or you want the one that comes after? Yeah, absolutely. Any advice for someone who wants to pursue their own creative goals?
It just takes a whole lot of drive, and if you are pursuing that, that's what you pursue, and she's right, it's as real as anything else. This has been my main focus, and it is as hard as anything else, any other job, to get what you need from it. And I don't know, it's definitely a struggle, but if it is what you're looking to do, then keep pushing and pushing, and you'll get what you're looking for.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. That.
Right? It's funny too. I feel like I read things and they're like, oh my God, I was at the end of the line. I was about to quit. And then I got the call, so it's like, you just never know when it's going to happen. So
Sometimes that calls from yourself.
yeah.
Hey, good point.
There you
Good
go.
point.
Sometimes coming from inside the
Sometimes
house.
the yes you need to hear is from yourself.
Yes. Absolutely. Okay. Would you like to pick a number?
Number 8. I don't know why. Just 'cause.
All right, this is a 2-part question. How do you know when you need to slow down? And what do you do to slow down?
I guess this is kind of something that I've recently struggled with, just again, focusing more on making this a career, but when you start to be a little too driven and going into businesses every day and wanting those phone calls and emails, sometimes it is overwhelming. And I think it's just a matter of breathing and making an agenda for yourself. And these are the things I'm going to tackle today, and these are the things I'm going to tackle tomorrow, and I'm going to reach out to tomorrow. Just managing yourself. You have to have that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
All right. So when you're saying when things are going too fast, how do you slow down? Is that your
Yeah.
question?
How do you know when you need to slow down?
Well,
and
I
what
think
do you
about,
do?
Sometimes you need to fill the well. I don't know if anybody knows Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way. Anybody fan
Oh
of that
God,
book?
yeah.
And I haven't been that faithful to the morning pages and all that, but a lot of what she was saying is filling the well. If you don't have anything to bring to the table in terms of your creativity, it's time to take a break. When you start feeling, and especially when you play music and you see other artists, and sometimes they're on stage and they just look like they're miserable and they're not really happy with the material. And I'm sure I've been that person at some point, but you want to make sure you have something in the tank. Otherwise, you're going to get up there and people aren't going to be happy to see you because you're not happy to be there.
Right.
So that's when you know you need to slow down. And part of the things I do is, as I said, in the wild places, I like to get outside.
Yeah.
I like to get out in nature. We go on the Green Line. My husband and I ride bikes. And I also do creative things like cooking, maybe even doing some tidying up, spending time alone, spending time in silence, or probably my favorite is to pull out some old records, start listening to some things that inspire you, usually some older stuff, maybe some new stuff, and really just, touch base with why you love music. Because sometimes it's really hard to deal with indifference or challenges, and you just don't have it. But if you get in that place where you're starting to resent it, you got to take some time out, take a step back, and fill the well.
Fill the well. I like that. How do I know when it's time for me to slow down? I usually get sick. Like something else tells me like, you're not doing this. But one of the things is my phone automatically goes onto like a do not disturb mode.
Ooh.
And I don't know how to reset the time that it automatically goes on. And I don't even know how it just went on. That's the thing. It's an iPhone. I'm a recent iPhone person, but it's amazing. I'm like, oh my God, this is actually like the phone hasn't rang. I haven't heard anything. So it's saying no and turning the phone off, even though it did it by itself. Now these questions are the questions that I personally have written. But before we get to that, does anybody out there have any questions for them? Don't be shy. Also, I'm not pregnant. If somebody was going to ask me that, just because this dress looks like it. Just want to throw that out there so everybody knows. I know, that's why I'm standing forward, not to the side. I realized when I was leaving, I was like, yeah, it looks a little... Oh, thanks. Oh, guys. Thanks. Still not pregnant, though, so that's just good. Mom, if you're watching.
Yeah.
Okay, no one has any questions. Okay, cool. All right, so these are my personal questions that I came up with, and they're super hard.
Uh-oh.
All right, ready? I was gonna let you pick a number, but I think I'm just gonna pick one. Okay. If you could be any element on the periodic table, what would you be?
Sodium. Na, right? Is that sodium?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
High
Sodium.
blood pressure. What?
Yeah, no, salt of the earth,
Salt of the earth. I love it.
Yep. That's my
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yes,
It's like
salty tears.
I love
Good
it.
idea.
Yeah.
No, salt.
Wow. Nice.
Mercury.
Ah,
All right.
good one. Good answer.
Changed so suddenly.
I love it, you guys.
Like the weather.
I know. Of course, I wrote these questions, then I'm like, wait, how many elements do I actually know in the periodic table? I know, that was like a hard, I'm like, let me take it back to chemistry. But yeah, those were great answers. You guys, give them a hand. Those were hard. All right. Hey. All right, you guys, welcome back to the second half. All right. This lovely lady to my left, she is a self-taught pianist vocalist with a moody, soulful, bluesy, and a little rock and roll style. She writes original music along with some of these very talented instrumentalists around her. And tonight, we have her full band, Miss Madaline Collins and Screamer. Give it up.
Thank you, Ms. Stefani, for having us. We've got mostly originals for y'all tonight and a few covers. We're going to start y'all with a cover by 47, Corey Box. Thank you. That was an original called Can't Go Back, so it's When the Tables Turn. Get my little electric drum going. Un momento. Sorry. How y'all doing out there? Woo! Happy Wednesday, B-side. Thank you, Miss Stefani, for having us. We're having an awesome time up here. All right, this next one is called Honeydew.
Hold on to me, I can't lose the script. Not now, you see, I have lost almost everything, and I wouldn't have the strength I need, not without you. Not without you. Cherry bomb, black leather, tonight this city, we're gonna take it out. Baby, rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll, baby. Cherry bomb, black leather, tonight this city, we're gonna take it out. Baby, rock and roll, baby. And they're all gonna know our names. And please, don't let me go. You have found a way to rock my soul like crazy. Your candy kiss, stay right here. You're something I'd never wanna miss. My honeydew, now I found you. My heart is whole, now I found you. My heart is whole. Cherry bomb, black leather, tonight this city, we're gonna take it out. Be a rock and roll, baby. Cherry bomb, black leather, tonight this city, we're gonna take it out. Be a rock and roll, baby. And they're all gonna know our names.
now we've got a little sing-along, if you so wish to join in. This is Doing Time by Sublime. Let me change back to my original. Okay.
Summertime and the living's easy. Brothers on the microphone wear SMG. All the people in the dance will agree that we're well qualified to represent the LBC. We're gonna run to the party and dance to the rhythm. It gets harder. Hey, me and my girl, we've got this relationship. So bad, but she treats me like shit. I'm all locked down like a penitentiary. She spreads her loving all over, and when she gets home, there's no left for me. And it's summertime, and the living's easy. Bradley's on the microphone with SMG. All the people in the dance will agree that we're well qualified to represent the LBC. We're gonna run to the party and dance to the rhythm. It gets harder. I take this veil from right off my eye. My burning sun, it'll someday rise. So what am I gonna be doing for a while? I said I'm gonna play with myself. Show them how we come off the shelf. And it's summertime and the living's easy. Bradley's on the microphone at SMG. All the people in the dance will agree that we're well qualified to represent the LBC. We're gonna run to the party and dance to the rhythm. It gets harder. Evil, we've come to tell you that she's evil. Most definitely evil. Ornery, scandalous, and evil. Most definitely attention. It gets harder. I love to hold her head right underwater. And it's summertime and the living's easy. Bradley's on the microphone with SMG. All the people in the dance will agree that we're well qualified to represent the LBC. We're gonna run to the party and dance to the rhythm. It gets harder. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mommy's so good looking, babe. And it's summertime and the living is easy. And the living is easy. And the living is easy. And the living is easy.
Thank you. I hate to ask, would somebody mind bringing me a water? And we got to do a quick little cymbal change for a song. How are y'all doing out there again? Another big whoop? I'm no good at talking to people on stages. So, oh, yeah, I guess I'll take a moment. Thank you, Karen. I'll take a moment to introduce our band. So we are Screamer. We haven't been playing together too long, but we are around. Y'all can follow us on Instagram. We've got John Wilkerson over here on lead guitar. We have got Taylor Black on bass, Lainey Wade on drums, and Miss Victoria Dowdy on to my left. I'm Madeline Collins. Again, y'all can find us everywhere and talk to us after the show if you want to hear anything more.
And Madeline Collins, everybody.
We're almost ready, y'all. We good. I'm trying to make sure these stay good in here.
It's a sad world when you don't trust yourself, sure not anybody else. And it's the devil in me that keeps you around. I knew my faith and I know it now. One foot in front of the other, no matter the circumstance. And one foot in front of the other, the storm most days lost in a trance. And maybe it is not quite as heavy as I need it on to be. But if you could get inside of my mind, you'd see it's all real for me. Those trees, they are not complacent. They've been reaching out their arms for me. And that breeze, it is not simply flowing. It's gotta mean something. Oh, it's gotta mean something. My lungs, I fill them up every day. And the smoke and the ash and the bosom, I fade away. It's the devil in me that keeps you around. It keeps you around. It keeps you around. It's the devil in me that keeps you around. It keeps you around. It keeps you around. It's the devil in me that keeps you around. It keeps you around. Keeps you around. It's the devil in me that keeps you around. Keeps you around. Keeps you around. It's the devil in me that keeps you around. Thank you. That was Devil in Me. We extended the outro for y'all just a little bit. It feels too good up here. All right, we've got two more for y'all tonight. This next one is a cover by Beth Hart. It's called Am I the One? Oh, sorry. This is our symbol change. I called it before. Hey, John. Lainey very specifically told me after. We gonna get crazy. Okay. We should have worked this out before with the set, but thank y'all for being here with us.
John, our other guitar player, broke his hand and just.
Oh
got
yeah, he's
cast
out of
off.
the cast
So
today.
we had to change things up for a while.
literally out of the cast today. So can we get a round of applause? Like, fuck, man. I mean, he's been playing for weeks, even with the cast on, just a little too eager. We were all yelling at him the whole time. Worth it. All right.
como un chat. Coming up without a lot of words.
Thank you. I gotta take a real quick sip of water, and then we have one more for you. Okay, this last one is an original called WiMM.
Ain't no loving inside, and I'm feeling wild tonight. I'm up on a southbound train, right until I see the rain, until I see the rain, and I feel dancing free for the first time, for the first time in my life. This time in my life it ain't been no fun. Draws how it bled me and cold as how it left me. Well, all the lovers I've had have come and gone. It never felt like home. It should feel like home. Oh, it never felt like home. Oh, it never, and it should. It should feel like home. Ain't no loving inside, and I'm feeling electric tonight. For as long as I've been driving around this city, I should have some relief. Why don't I have no relief? I have been driving around for miles and miles, and I found nothing to soothe my soul. It ain't fair. It ain't right. It ain't no man inside. This time in my life it ain't been no fun. Draws how it bled me and cold as how it left me. All the lovers I've had have come and gone. It never felt like home. It should feel like home. Oh, it never felt like home. Oh, it never, and it should. It should feel like home. And I have been chained to this time. I have been chained to this life. Oh, no. This is not mine. I know I did not Seven Screamer.
Oh my goodness. Wait, was that the last song?
Yeah.
Another one. That was the last one. Oh my God. Give it up for Screamer, living up to their name for sure. Thank you all so very much for joining us tonight. Want to give a big round of applause again to Ann Schorr and Moon Glimmers too. And as always, thank you so much to B-Side for hosting us, and take care of John behind the bar, and Coop for making us look awesome.
And Joe!
And,
Joe!
And Joe.
I wasn't done. And Joe for making us sound good and making sure we're A-okay when you yell action. We love you all so much. Please join us next month. We'll have Savannah Brister and Brenna. Thank you, Miss Stefani. Thank you, guys. We hope to see you again soon. Take care.
That's it.
Aw.